Hey everybody, my name is Bill Lees. I'm with William Lees Waterproofing Consultants, and welcome back to another one of our videos. Today I want to talk to HOA managers in California specifically. As many of you know, and if you don't, look up in my profile, I am a waterproofing expert, and one of the things that I specialize in doing is balcony inspections under SB 326, aka the Balcony Bill Law. This is for HOAs, and it requires HOAs to perform inspections of their exterior elevated elements every 9 years by a qualified professional, i.e., a licensed structural, civil engineer, or a licensed architect. What we're seeing now, as SB 326 deadline has expired, if you haven't gotten your balcony inspection done, it was supposed to have been done by January 1st of 2025. So if it's not been done, the association is out of compliance and there could be repercussions. But what I want to talk to you about today is the thing that we're seeing in the industry, that I'm seeing, and I've talked to a couple of my peers, and they've all said the same thing, that the requests that are coming in or were coming in for balcony inspection proposals has dried up quite a bit. The big inspection companies that are out there that opened up their business on the model of doing balcony inspections, and that's what they do. They don't have waterproofing consultant really ends of the business or roof inspections, anything like that. They've just been doing balcony inspections. And most of them have been using the balcony inspection bill to their advantage to turn it into repair work for their construction waterproofing end of the business. And that's primarily why they are in business doing deck inspections, is to create a pipeline to feed into that. Now that the business has slowed down quite a bit, these companies need to generate income. They've got payrolls, they've got overhead, and unlike a company like mine, which has many different ends of our business, we do roof inspections, we do consulting work on balconies, waterproofing, home inspections related to waterproof issues or water leak issues, really. We're doing fine because we're not tied into just doing balcony inspections. But these big companies that are doing inspections are desperate for work. They need to keep the money rolling in. And so what we're seeing is terms being thrown about like free. Free is probably the most dangerous word to an HOA right now regarding balcony inspections. And I'm sure that it's a very attractive offer that these guys are dangling out for you. Hey, we'll do a balcony inspection for you free as long as you, and there's a contingency. They will give you a free inspection if you give them the repair contract to repair all the things that they find, which, what does that really do? That incentivizes them to go find every little thing and then try and twist it into a big thing where they use it to leverage against you and say, you need to make these repairs. I'm seeing other companies offering inspections free up to X number of units. Same thing. The guy that's doing that owns a company that is in the construction business. He has a contractor's license. Free is not your friend. Free comes with contingencies, and unless you as a consumer have full knowledge of all the contingencies and the potential costs, are going to get victimized if you're going to take that kind of offer. Free is always going to cost you. I think that we've learned that. Your mother probably told you there's no such thing as free. So why do people keep buying into that? because it's attractive. You know, they wrap it up in a pretty package. We'll take care of everything. It's free. All you have to do is work with us to make repairs. Don't do it. What you need is a inspection company. William Lee's Waterproofing Consultants works with an engineer. Our engineer writes the report. I write a waterproofing supplemental report. My report is attached, appended to my engineer's report, and is part of his report. We don't write the report and stick it in front of an engineer's face. So you want a company like ours, and we don't go everywhere in California. We serve around San Luis Obispo, Paso Robles, all the way down to LA, Orange County, northern Orange County. That's as far as I go. We've got so much work going on. I can't travel to other areas, unfortunately. I'm a one-man company. So you've got to find a company that's out there. In San Diego, there's very good companies down there. Out in Palm Springs area, there's very good companies that are out there. Up in the Bay, same kind of thing. Central Valley, there are good companies that are working in these areas, but you've got to do your job in vetting these companies and ensuring that they are, one, an independent company. They are not related or owned by or have an ownership interest in a waterproofing or construction company. You do not want that. Just get rid of them. It's unethical for an inspector to be referring their own company or a company that, however it works. Maybe they're a salesman for an inspection company and they're referring you to the owner of that inspection company's waterproofing company. Unethical. Shouldn't be done, but they're doing it. Two is you want to make sure that the inspection company that you hire has an engineer or an architect that is going to actually show up on the job. I've seen companies that say that they don't believe that the engineer or architect needs to be there, and there's discussion about that. My point is that the balcony bill says 326 says a licensed structural and now civil engineer or an architect, licensed architect, shall perform the visual inspection. I don't know what's debatable about that, but some people say that doesn't mean that the engineer or architect needs to be on site. What's the point of having a non-licensed person doing the inspection? To me, if I was an HOA manager, I want a licensed professional doing the inspection and know that the best person that's supposed to be there is there. We're seeing companies that are sending 1099 employees to do inspections. Guys that are unlicensed. I have a client that told me the other day that some guy showed up to do inspections and he said, "Which one of you is the engineer or architect?" And they said, "Neither of us." We don't have to be. We can do the inspection for the architect. He wasn't happy, and neither should you be. Anyhow, wrapping this up, make sure that you get a licensed structural or civil engineer or a licensed architect to do the inspection. Ask them if they have waterproofing experience. If they don't, they should hopefully have a waterproofing expert on their team, either as a subcontractor like ourselves, who can inspect waterproofing elements on a deck and write a report for that. You want to cover yourselves. You want to cover your HOAs because this is dangerous times out there. There are very desperate companies that are trying to stay afloat. And I think that over the next 6 months or so, as the business slows down, we're going to see some companies get out of the business. That's my opinion. So if we can help you, give us a call. My number is 805-801-2380. I answer the phone. Talk to me. I'll be happy to spend time with you on the phone and take you through our process and how we work. Thanks very much for watching. We'll see you again soon.